Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to take you along my journey on my first modification for my 2018 Austin Yellow M3. So I'm also going to insert a clip of the car before the modifications, and towards the end you'll see the drastic change, and it looks good. It's like 5:55 in the morning, pretty tired. Went to Cars and Coffee yesterday, and today's the big day. My girlfriend and I are actually on our way to M-Performance in Hollandale, Florida. We're gonna drop off the car there. I'm actually getting the car worked on. We're gonna drop the M3. So technically this would be the first mod for the vehicle. The first mod is going to be the KW H.A.S Kit, which is basically the height adjustment spring kit. So we're about maybe like 15 minutes away from M-Performance. The reason why I'm going there so early in the morning to drop off the car, I have to go to work later. The shop doesn't open until I think 8:30 or 9. So they have a drop box off there, so I can basically drop the keys off. So we just get off 95. And we're about 2.1 miles away from the shop. So as they work on the car, they're gonna give me a call to kind of discuss what the final ride height, what I wanted it as. So I have some pictures that I could show them. M-Performance. So we're just rolling up to the shop right now. I think it's right over here. Let's see. Yes, it is. Drop off the car. Drop the key off. Way to pick up the car. It's been about a day. They had some issues with settling the ride height, so I'm gonna pick it up right now. I'm taking an Uber there. Should be about a 20-minute ride, and pretty excited. I've been wanting to lower the car for quite a bit since right now. We'll check it out in a little bit. How you doing? Sorry for the delay. So I just picked up the car from M-Performance. The ride height, from what they're saying, it's gonna settle. The height is definitely not what I wanted right now, but as you know, and I've had springs and I've had coilovers before, you're always gonna have to let it settle. It's always gonna need some time for it to, go to the right height, where the height you want it for. So the shop is called BMW Performance. They're located in Hallandale Beach, Florida. It's not too far from me, so it was a short drive. Took an Uber there. I'm not gonna lie, the Uber driver almost killed me. Almost got into 2 accidents. She almost got us T-boned once, and then I guess she was a legend, somebody else cut a red light, but I think she was at fault if we did get into an accident. So I dropped the car off yesterday early in the morning, and I'm just picking it up today. Today's Tuesday around noon, and I was supposed to pick it up yesterday. Not a big deal. Granted, I was pretty anxious to get in the car back. You know, waited all day to get a phone call saying that, oh, your car's gonna be ready to pick up. But not a big deal. They took their time, and what I like about it, they took their time to align the car the way I want it. Obviously, when I like I said before, it's not the height where I want it at this time right now. It has to settle because springs, and if you get, you know, struts or any suspension mods, it's gonna have to take time for it to settle. Obviously, I know that this is not gonna last forever, and lowering your vehicle is gonna take some wear on your stock struts, and eventually I probably will go to coilovers, but not this time. I just want to enjoy the car without spending too much money because I have other goals in life. But I just couldn't stand that monster truck height in the front. If you guys haven't seen a stock suspension on a BMW, you've probably seen it on some of my other videos, but look it up. Look up online and you'll see it. It's pretty high in the front. And I also didn't want to lose the EDC, which is the electronic dampening control, which is this function right here. I didn't want to lose that because I actually want to change the modes like Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus. You do notice the difference, but the car feels good. You know, I'm driving it and it doesn't feel like it's pulling left or right. All right, guys, just getting back into town. Unfortunately, the spaces weren't in today. When I was told the spaces would be in tomorrow. Unfortunately, tomorrow I'm not gonna be able to make it. I have to go back to work. But next week, Monday, I'll be able to drop the car off. This will give the suspension some time for it to settle. Like I stated before, you definitely need to give it some driving miles for the suspension to settle to where it's intended to be. But I'm pretty excited. The car already looks great. All right, guys, we'll see you guys next week, which will be the next clip. And we'll get the spacers installed and also get the ride height adjusted. So it's been about a week after the springs have been installed. I'm on my way to BMW Performance. Here's a cold start. Navigate to your motive performance.
Kilometer performance 208 Northwest 1st Avenue, Hallandale was selected. Guidance has been started.
So last week I called up KW and I was kind of curious, how many driving miles would you need for the springs to settle? They told me roughly about 200 miles. So it's been about a week. I put about a little bit more, just more of 200 miles onto the vehicle. So right now we're about 6.4 miles away from the shop. We should be there shortly. I think it says about 13 minutes. And we'll see you at the shop. All right, there's the shop. Check out this M5. This is real nice. Look at those HREs. Way better. I just left the shop. They did a great job. The car looks totally amazing from what it looked like before when I first got it. We put the spacers on, well, they put the spacers on. 15mm spacers in the front, 15mm spacers in the rear. Got the car aligned. I'm gonna take it on the highway in a little bit, see how it drives. But the car looks great. You know, when we get out of the vehicle, I'll show you a little bit more of it. You know, I read on the forums that 15mm spacers with the stock tires and the stock wheels are going to be a great setup, so I should have no issues. And the guys at the M Performance, they should reassure me that there should be no rubbing. So we'll check it out. If you go into the shop, if you guys haven't seen M Performance, if you guys in South Florida, check it out. If you go inside, it's spotless. The shop is clean. Seems like everybody takes care of their items. I also saw this really nice F90, and I guess M Performance just did that car. They threw on some HREs. They also put on a KW H.A.S Kit on that vehicle. It looks so good. I think that vehicle was in at the shop for a front lip and alignment. So far, my impressions of the spacers, along with the adjusted height, I didn't really have any issues. You know, I hit a couple imperfections on the highway, a couple dips in the highway. So far, no rubbing, no issues. I just really love looking at the car. It looks so good right now. Alright, this is going to be the final height with the KW's H.A.S Kit, along with the H&R 15mm spacers all around. As you can see, it's not really a slammed look, but just that drop gives it a nice aggressive stance. And overall, the car looks so good right now.